What's up, guys, and welcome to Poor Man Printing. Today we are going to go over a little information that I didn't even know about land. Guys, this is insane. I want everybody to hear it, so let's go. First off, I want to give a big shout out to Polmus right here. Arash. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce that, but he did a great job at asking a lot of questions from Johnny, who works at Illuvium. And I will link this whole video down below. The volume's a hair low, big dog. So I'm going to fix it editing. But yeah, I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate the hard work and all the good questions in this AMA right here, because this is off the chain. You guys got to hear this about the skins and the blueprints. So let's do it.
So I have some more difficult questions that I want to ask you. So my first question here is, how do recipes, blueprints, and burning mechanics all integrate with skins?
This is probably a little bit hard to explain just verbally. It's much simpler with diagrams and whatnot. But the basic idea is a crafting recipe is simply putting together one or more ingredients with some fuel to make some other item. So, when we say ingredients or items, we're talking about NFTs. You take some NFTs, you combine it with some fuel, you get a different NFT. Some of those recipes will also require a blueprint, specifically recipes to do with creating skinned versions of an item. So the kind of path to creating, let's say, Archie's hybrid armor 3.2 would be, you need Archie skins. If you're going to skin an item with Archie, an Archie theme, then you need to get an Archie skin. An Archie skin is created by basically melding Archies together with some fuel, with some soul on, and that will burn those Archies and give you an Archie skin.
So now this is the part that I'm a little confused on. Maybe somebody can leave a comment and explain to me exactly what he's talking about when he's saying, so you got your alluvials and then you have your skins. Is that two separate things that's going to be in the game? So you have to collect, say, 3 skins and burn it into, with the blueprint to make the special armor? Or I'm a little confused right there, but just bear with me. Let's just keep listening, and maybe you'll get a better understanding of what he's talking about.
Then you need to basically fuse that skin with the item itself. So if you've got some, hybrid armor stage tier 3.2, stage 2, then you take that, you take your Archie skin, you have a fuel cost, again, probably soul on, and you also need a blueprint, which is effectively the instructions or plans that tell you how to combine these things together. You burn those items. You don't burn the blueprint. The blueprint is a plan. It's not part of the items being fused together.
Now, just to let everyone know that there's going to be around 10,000 blueprints. They started off with 30,000, but it's going to be like 10. Yeah, it's not a whole lot going to be out there, guys. So can you just imagine having one-of-one blueprint for this special armor? What it would actually go for as far as money, or if you like the game, you can make this one only skin in the game that everybody wants, because the scarcity of it is insane. So yeah, that's pretty big.
But effectively, you burn those NFTs, and out the end pops another NFT, which is the skinned version of the hybrid armor. It's ready for use.
It's like,
yeah, and you can also deconstruct those back into their composite parts. So you can take your Archie's hybrid armor and split it back into an Archie skin and a hybrid armor. I will note that these are not the official recipes. We haven't decided on exactly which components and how much of each fuel and so on is required to create each item. But the general idea is, to create a skinned item, you need a blueprint that tells you how to do it. You need a skin, you need the item, and you need some fuel. And you combine that all together on your 0-point forge, which is the structure or the building in the overworld that lets you craft. and out the end you get the skinned version of the item.
The cool part about that is the blueprint does not burn. So you will always have the blueprint. So you could sell it if you wanted to, keep it, make armor, sell the armor, pretty much whatever you wanted to do. It's your blueprint and it does not burn. So that's a good thing.
Well, that's like the cooking, right? When you're cooking, you have a lot of stuff that you have to do until your food comes out very good, delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
And
tough.
you know that gives interesting ways to play the game as well, right? Where you have choices to make. If you get a blueprint, you can just sell that blueprint to others, right? So you do your research in Illuvium 0, particularly at the higher tiers, these blueprints quite rare, and they could even be a one of one. Certainly at the time you get it, it can be a one of one. So you can just sell.
Can you imagine the price of that one blueprint, one of one? Woo! That's all I'm gonna say. Woo!
That on, you can just make a profit there. And another option is that you actually use that blueprint to go and craft, the relevant items. Now, that requires, as we just went through, a number of steps. So you either need to collect all those different items, or you need to purchase those different items before you can combine them together. And then even then, you kind of have a choice. Do I make as many?
So right there, guys, right there, when he says you can either purchase those items to make that crafted skin piece. So I know a lot of people's like, well, it's not really like World of Warcraft, but it really is if you think about it. Because I used to sell leatherworking kits on World of Warcraft. I would go from level 1 to level 60 or whatever it was. I would go to this website and I would get every piece. And then I would sell that whole kit to somebody who wants to level 1 to 60 for a set price of gold. But in this case, it's going to be Ethereum. So you could just, not financial advice, but you could just make money in the game by gathering material. I mean, this is going to be insane, guys. This game is going to be insane because you have a whole world that you actually going to get paid for the work that you do now. Play and earn. Name of the game, baby. Let's go.
Many of these items as I can, which means those items become less rare. So the skinned item becomes less rare, therefore presumably less valuable, but you sell lots of copies of it. Or the other way around, maybe you just build one of them and auction it off or something like that, right? So it gives you a lot of interesting ways to play. And then you have to balance up the risk factor. If you're the first one to get a blueprint, at that point it's unique, but maybe someone else will discover this in 2 weeks' time or in 2 months' time. Okay. At least until the set ends. So the idea is that we're going to line up blueprints and being able to research blueprints with the alluvial set that's out at the time, right? So once set 1 ends in the arena, you will no longer be able to find those blueprints anymore. So if you're really lucky, you may get a 1-of-1.
That's even cooler when you say it like that. So set 1, blueprints are there, and then after set 1 is done, no more set 1.
And there you have it. There is more value to add to that set 1 of blueprints. I'm just relaying the information to you guys. If you can picture it in your head exactly how this land game is going to go and what you can do with this land game, is insane. This is just one part. I'm going to be making several parts about land, all the way up to land sale. But guys, Illuvium has the built-in ecosystem, just like World of Warcraft does, except that was gold, and now you have ETH. It's a win-win, guys. So I appreciate everybody coming. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you like this kind of bullshit, and I'll see you.